driver being attacked at Barking Underground Station in London on Easter Sunday last year. When we showed it to you in July, several viewers were able to identify the men involved. 22-year-old Charlie Davis on the left pleaded guilty to GBH and has been jailed for 23 months. And Lee Clements, 24, on the right, pleaded guilty to common assault and was given a 12-month community order.
Some more rail-related CCTV now. We showed you this footage in December from Hackney Central Station, capturing a man hitting, pushing and even throwing his bike at a fellow passenger last August. Well, as a direct result of your calls, he was identified as 24-year-old Thomas Broom from Kentish Town, and earlier this month he was sentenced to 250 hours of community service and ordered to pay his victim £300 in compensation. Great stuff.
And lastly, this rather risque CCTV, which was shown on our sister programme, the Crime Watch Roadshow, last summer. The naked owner of the car valiantly manages to stop a thief stealing his motor early one morning in Salford last April. Well, the thief was identified as 21-year-old Aaron Sebastian Brannan, and in January he pleaded guilty to aggravated burglary and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Good job.
Right, still to come tonight, the father of two murdered by masked raiders.
Been robbed, so please help me.
We've terrifying CCTV showing the moment a shopkeeper is threatened by a gunman in Derby.
You think I won't shoot you? I'll give you 3 seconds.
Matthew has the story of how a police investigation into an apparent killer burglar took an unexpected turn.
Our greatest fear was that we had a killer burglar, but it just didn't add up.
And those incredibly rare Admiral Lord Nelson artefacts stolen from a museum. Could you help track them down? But first, Matthew has the latest on what's been happening on the phones so far tonight.
Sophie, thanks. It feels really busy on the floor. Let's interrupt Nicola, who's leading that rape investigation. Nicola, what's come in so far?
Yes, we've had a number of calls, which is very good, and we've also been given a name, which is excellent because it will help us to progress the investigation.
A name, that's very promising. Tell us a bit more about, you have an EFIT, you have CCTV. Were there witnesses? This was late at night.
Yes, it was late at night, but that area is particularly busy with nightclubs, and there were a number of people in the area at the time. So again, we're appealing to anybody who think they may know this person or may have saw him on the night to please come forward.
We'll be looking at that CCTV